Hi. Accidentally made it full screen. Hang on. Just a short pee break, a baby pee break. You know, just a small boy, small lad. All right.
Pork.
Wow, we're just walking there, anyways. It was just already an hour, and it felt like a good opportunity. Maybe I should be skateboarding. Can I talk to you again? No. Oh, yeah.
Hey, let's chat.
Want to hear about all the depraved serial killers I've encountered so far?
No, thank you. Forget what I said.
Ugh. What are these red bits? Are these people? Squirrels! Get out of here. They're enemies. It stole coffee from me. Okay. You can pick up visions to acquire important hints that will help you proceed through the game. Use vision. Okay. Wait, they just blatantly steal item. Oh, can I not pick up the item? Oh, I can. Okay. And I get another thing. Okay. Want to know that, York? I can just murder the shit out of squirrels. Squirrel monkeys? Yeah, they don't make monkey sounds in this one, and I'm kind of disappointed. God, that was so fucking funny. I mean, I have had bad experiences with squirrels in the past. I guess in the future, honestly, but hey, what can you do? Is that a blue one? Stand on my Sona. I have to do it to him. That one's just having a time. Oh. Hi.
It's a beautiful day, Patty.
Really? Seems kinda normal to me.
Now that you mention it, yes, it is a normal day. I just felt like saying that.
What? You know, sometimes you really get on my nerves.
I feel like everybody gets on your nerves, Patty. The game
Patty,
bugs.
what's that?
Oh, there you go.
That tree? Or the water tower?
That thing I'm pointing at. That.
Like I said, what?
That thing. Right there, Patty.
Just tell me what it is. How am I supposed to know which that you're referring to? Oh, you're goofing on me, ain't you?
I'm straight up goofing on you. Straight up goofed, dog. Why is that blue? I wonder, like, can I still talk to her while we're skateboarding? Got goofed. Like, as much as I like the skateboarding and like the idea behind the skateboarding, it's the first moving car that isn't crashing into a fence that I've seen, and it just disappeared. As much as I like the idea of the skateboarding just being like a thing, I do miss the bad driving, because it's like you could be in the car with someone and like talk to them, you know? No, I literally read what you said. Mark. But did you? Yeah.
So, what do you think of him? Yes, I'm talking about him. Boondoggle. Is the skeletal gentleman friend or foe? Or does he merely exist outside the realms of evil? Still too early to tell. But it's clear that he'll be the key to uncovering this case's mysteries. That's what my soul tells me.
Ow, wow. That doesn't look like it.
say, Zach. Ungan feels very familiar to me. You might even say he reminds me of someone. Yes, I think I see the connection now. A cheerful, wise, yet also mysterious African-American who appeared in a variety of different films. My mind must be overlapping him with the skeletal gentleman. Do you remember his name? Ah, yes, that's it. Scatman Crothers. In 1980, he played Dick Halloran in The Shining. And in 1983, he was in The Twilight Zone.
That
He played
guy.
the man who invited all those elderly folks into a strange new world. I knew it, Zach. There's definitely a connection here. But he's a bit too old. Scatman's more of a sage character. Our skeletal gentleman is a little younger, isn't he? Yes. They have different body types, but what about Forrest Whitaker? He made his debut in 1982 in Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Alexa,
Then he
add
was in
Fast Times at
Platoon,
Ridgemont
The
High,
Color of Money, both
Platoon,
released in
and The Color of
1986,
Money to the to-do
followed by
list.
Good Morning Vietnam in 1987. Oh, he was in Bird in 1988.
You know what I know.
Impressive filmography. Across the 80s, he transformed his rough, young image into a more cheerful, wiser one. That's why the 80s can also be described as the decade that built up Forrest Whitaker's career. I firmly
know
believe
what?
that he'll win an Academy Award for Best Actor someday. Yes, I'm
Missing
sure
Fast
it's right
Times?
around
Nope.
the corner. He'll most likely wait until the time is ripe. Maybe around next year, then he'll unleash his best performance yet. Zach, I could go on about famous actors forever, but we have a case to solve here. Let's table this discussion for now.
And talk to you again? Yeah.
By the way, Patty, what do you usually do when you're at home?
We had this
Is this
conversation
an
already.
interrogation?
Oh, no. I just figured that since we're working together now, it'd be a good idea to learn a little more about you.
Should an adult male like you really be asking a little girl this kind of question? Feel like I heard a story about this sort of thing on the news
They
once.
very much look
There's
like
a
they're
time
both
and
they
a
are.
place for everything. You know exactly who I
There, I stopped the conversation. You can fix that. It's a classic. Man, yeah, he looks like he's a lot more than he is. Clarkson Food Delivery Service. Bright pink car. Steal it. Save the game. I don't watch movies much. I do. I just haven't seen it.
Mr. York, that was mighty quick. The special agent does it again. You sure don't waste any time. I bet my CLG's got a lot to learn from you. By the way, Mr. York, looks to me like you aren't packing anything.
I was on vacation in New Orleans before I happened to stop by here.
Well, shoot, that won't do. Here, I got something I think you'll like.
Huh.
I call him Mr. Alligator. Badass, ain't he?
Badass.
It's a tranquilizer gun for the gators.
A non-lethal gun made for self-defense. It can only fire rubber bullets.
And here's a radio. With this, you won't have to worry about any expensive roaming fees. Might take you a while to get used to them, but you'll get it.
Badass.
Try letting them rip a few times.
Raw, thank you for the
Ain't no
host.
need to
Hi.
hold back
How
out
are you?
here.
Red rum. Red rum. Red rum. Red rum. Red rum. I don't like that it shows shooting a dog, and that makes me worried for my future. That makes me really worried for my future.
Wow.
Upper, yeah, that makes me really
Now, this is an
scared.
intriguing
How you doing,
weapon.
Raw?
For a tranquilizer gun, it really packs a punch. But I'm afraid I'll decline. After all, this town is peaceful, isn't it?
Well, sure it's peaceful. At least the humans are. But the animals are a different story. There are some real mean-ass gators out there in the swamps. And every now and then, they wander into town.
I don't understand.
One of them even went and ate a kid once. It happened a long time ago, but still. One chomp's all it takes. They swallow down every last bit of you. Poor kid's parents didn't even know what to put in his coffin. The worst part is, that taught the gators just how tasty we humans are. So now, those suckers just attack on sight. Man-eating crocodiles will feast tonight.
In Blood Swamp.
You know he's fibbing, right? Gators don't attack folks. I never heard about no kid getting swallowed by a gator.
Actually, Patricia, you're wrong.
I'm what?
Alligators do attack people, and it could happen in any town.
Huh?
Alligator, 1980. Directed by Louis Teague.
Alexa, add alligator to my to-do list.
I've added alligator to your to-do list.
It takes place in the Midwest, I believe. A teenage girl's pet alligator gets flushed down the toilet. Then, in the sewer, it feeds on the corpses of dogs that were used as test subjects for an experimental growth formula.
Alexa, remove alligator from the to-do list.
I've checked off alligator from to-do.
After growing over 30 feet, it finally starts to go after humans. It's an extremely edifying movie. Back when I first saw it, I had a pet hamster.
Hey, Agent York. What's your first order of business? You're in charge now, remember?
Well said, Patricia. I nearly lost sight of my true goal. Melvin, I couldn't help but notice the name on the side of that truck. This facility is connected to the victim, isn't it?
Oh, right. Yeah. I reckon I better start from there. I'm gonna tell it to you straight right from the beginning, Mr. York. As you guessed, this warehouse is run by the Clarksons. The victim's father, Danny Clarkson, is the one who manages the whole place. Okay, but why did he choose to store her body in his own warehouse, right? Well, that's because there ain't no other place to store it. Our town has a clinic inside a church, but no morgue. Whenever someone kicks the bucket, we just bury him in the graveyard right outside of town. But not this time. We got a murder on our hands this time. We need to give Lisa's body an autopsy and keep it stored, right? So we had no choice but to rent out a corner of this warehouse.
Chess, thank you for being sub to Ryder. Ryder, I hope you enjoy your emotes and your balloons, and please thank Chess. I think this is the last day where those pride emotes exist. I think.
I see. So that's what led to the ingenious choice to store the victim's body in a facility that her family owns.
Anywho, this is where the real story begins. Truth is, a few days before you got here, Lisa's body went missing.
Missing?
Yeah. All of a sudden, poof.
Did you leave the warehouse unlocked?
I most certainly did not. I locked the whole place up and made sure no one could get inside. No one stole the original key, and I couldn't find any fingerprints at the scene.
So, in other words, this is a locked room mystery.
The body of a beautiful young girl walks at mid... Hey! All right, CLG. Reckon I should have told you about this earlier when you first said you wanted to come here. It just didn't seem like the time or place as I remember.
Also, how you doing, Tamus?
Anywho, how about we call it a day and head back to my office? You can go through all the files there.
No, thank you. This is what I came to investigate.
But Lisa's body isn't here anymore. You should...
That doesn't bother me one bit, Melvin. You see, I met a skeletal gentleman on my way here, and he was kind enough to give me an oracle.
Good night, Chess. Have a good sleep. I love you. Mwah!
Hey, Let's shout something out loud.
Oh.
Like what?
Chocolate sundae.
Okay, sure. Actually, never mind. This is stupid.
Anything new? No. Those are phones. Alright, let's go in. Hey, Energized Blast, how you doing, dude? I hope you are good. I'm doing alright. You know, it's 2020, as good as you can be. Alexa, turn the lights off. Alexa, turn the lights off.
Okay.
You holding up okay, CLG? Sure you don't want to wait outside?
Ooh, I'll be fine, Daddy. Just make sure you don't take your eyes off of him. He's so selfish and inconsiderate. I'm still not convinced he's actually a real FBI agent. Look, he's talking to himself again.
Zack, this is the ambiguous zero, the deep freeze. Let's hurry up and find that flying serpent, shall we?
Flying serpent. Head to the morgue. Yeah, it's not necessarily a morgue. Give that girl some pants for that freezer room. Yeah, that'd probably be a good idea. Bullfrog leg. What the fuck? What the fuck? Inventory. That's something that's in here? No. What the fuck? Frog legs. Wait, I can talk to you? Oh, calm down. Calm down there, Chief. I can talk to you.
Hey,
loud.
Mr. York. You sure you want to keep investigating this place even though we know the body ain't here?
Of course,
Of
Melvin.
course, the skeletal gentleman gave me an oracle, remember?
It's Skella what?
Ooh, he's just joking, Daddy. You can't take him seriously.
Huh? Well, was that really a joke, Mr. York? Well, I'll be. I see you've been hiding some real charm into that whole FBI routine.
Sorry, Melvin, but I'm dead serious.
Alright. Head in here. This is very clearly where we gotta go.
Good God almighty. This place always gives me goosebumps, no matter how many times I come here.
Yes, it's quite the fun house. Truly a dazzling place. Meet entertainment. That's the only way to describe it. Woven together by life, frozen in time, a visceral, musical.
Hey, Zero, how are you?
Symphony. We eat all this in order to survive.
Yes, truly a symphony. Life and death resonating together.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Cool. Whoa now, CLG. Since when were you interested in this kind of stuff?
What are you so surprised for, Daddy? I'm more mature than you are. I've seen way more realistic corpses on CSI, you know.
Oh, man.
At first, Zack, I was shocked by the notion of storing a victim's body alongside food. But as I gaze upon this hanging garden, I realize it's just another scene of violent, depraved murder. Yes. All we need to do is change our point of view, and things will expose themselves in utterly new ways.
Hey, Harry, how you doing? Realistic corpses and real corpses,
Mr. York,
yeah.
This is kind of, yeah.
Melvin, if you have something to say, then just go on and say it. Otherwise, you'll simply be insulting this beautiful landscape.
You think this is beautiful?
Oh, yes. It's the abnormal world that supports our normal lives. I think that's wonderful. Don't you? Besides, look, Patricia seems to be handling this a lot better than you are.
Well, you see, I ain't too good with this grotesque stuff.
You're a cop.
Don't let it get to you, Daddy. Whew. Everyone has at least one thing they're afraid of. Even you. Right, Agent York?
Something I'm afraid of?
Yeah, that's right. You gotta have at least one thing. Like clowns.
Clowns are so funny. How could anyone be scared of them?
Right?
Zombies.
Love them.
Love them.
A bucket full of worms.
I could squeeze them with my bare hands.
And do for fishing.
The sound of screeching glass.
Annoying, but not scary.
Doesn't bother me.
Then...
They cling to your skin like putrid leeches, robbing you of much more than your vitality. The wet socks.
Now that's terrifying.
You're a genius.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
Let's get along here, Mr. York. Just looking at this stuff gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Hey, Miser, how you doing? All right, let's take a look-see. Can I get through here? The answer is no. So these are bison? And fish? Dana, what's up, dog? Hey, Hootie, how you doing? Can I get into there? No, it doesn't look like it. Can I talk to this employee? No.
Melvin, I'd like to take this opportunity to ask you a personal question. In the hotel parking lot, when I first met you, the picture you had on your dashboard happened to catch my eye. Was that your wife?
Oh, her? Yeah, that's my lady, all right. Candy. Her name's Candy. The prettiest girl in town, which makes me the happiest boy. A shooting star landed in a rural town, right on top of a man who now has a meteor-struck heart.
You always keep her photo with you?
You bet I do. Candy's a little sick right now. She can't even leave the house no more. So I always keep her photograph with me. Kinda feels like we're always together, you know?
I see. You care for your wife a great deal, but this means that...
Yeah, that's right. My mama had me before she married Daddy. But it don't matter. He's still my real daddy to me.
Oh, thank you, CLG. And you're my pride and joy.
Well, Zach, isn't this a heartwarming scene? But there's one thing I just can't get out of my mind. Don't you think that photograph looked a bit too old? Perhaps Candy is already... No, let's not think about that. It might be a private matter, just like you, Zach.
Thank you for saying that out loud directly in front of them. His name, stop calling her CLG. It's Clever Little Girl. His nickname for her. That's where we gotta go, so I'm gonna go everywhere except for there. You know how it be. You gotta explore the area. You gotta explore your surroundings. Now I'm just an asshole. Her name's CLG to him, and we call her Patty. Alligator gar scale. At least they're wearing masks. They're healthy. They're taking care of their environment. Tight spaces. I can crouch. Yeah. Okay. What? What about it? What about it? What? Yeah. Can I do anything about that? I don't. Okay, good talk. I think that was just telling me to push. I can't. It won't let me. York's weak arms. Objective it is. Hey Farm, how you doing? Put a dead human body in here. It's just another body.
Here we are, Zach. The morgue. They stored the victim's body in a cold storage warehouse operated by her family.
There's like a weird thing with like human beings where they think that like the second that like a person dies, their body is like a conduit for disease. That's not a fact. When a person dies, it's fine. You can have a dead person in your home for weeks. It's not gonna give you a disease. It's just gonna start stinking eventually. But like even then, it takes a while for that to happen. Like a dead body is not a weird thing. Like, and it's like on top of that, it's like everybody's like you have to go through these big old ceremonies in order to like bury like your dead family member or whatever the fuck. You don't have to. You can bury a dead person in your backyard as long as they're like pronounced dead. Like as long as like you go through the legal stuff to like get them dead so that like the government knows that they're dead. You can bury them however you want. You can burn them. You can do whatever you want with it beyond that. But it's like a dead body is a dead body. Spoken like a true serial killer. I mean, listen, I've only killed like eight people. Okay, it's fine.
I'd love to shake the hand of whoever came up with that one.
Hey, Agent York.
Declared as dead is what I meant. Legal stuff to get them dead. I just couldn't think of the word
declared. Did you just come here
declared.
to laugh at rural officers who are doing the best they can? We don't have any special facilities like you people. What else did you expect us to do, huh? Don't compare us with city folk. This is Carré. Or maybe you're just disappointed that you didn't get to see the bloated, decomposing corpse of a young girl.
Sorry, you're right. I went a bit too far just now. But don't misunderstand. I honestly think it's a fantastic idea. I'd never try and bully your daddy.
Better not.
Thank you for understanding.
There's some more for clues. Yeah, I seen you. Inspection start. Large footprint.
Zach, these are human footprints, and they're extremely large.
And not wearing shoes.
Yes, Zach, I agree. These footprints must belong to someone who's used to walking around in cold temperatures.
Oh, there's stuff over here too. Styrofoam boxes.
Boxes of the past or presents of the future. Either way, this is a curious time capsule.
What?
Forgotten boxes. Looks like shelled headless shrimp. When were these boxes brought here? And when will they be taken away? Zach, can you feel it? The perpetual, unstoppable flow of time.
Huh.
Boxes that got left behind. I can't tell what's inside. What do you think, Zach? I'm gonna go with okra. Yeah, okra. I'm sure it must be okra. That's a staple of the South.
What the fuck is okra?
An icicle. Never thought I'd see one of these down in the South. Zach, can you see that? Look closely.
Oh, hi. Hi, Asimo. Thank you for the rate of 52. How you doing, dog? How was your stream? Can someone shout out Asimo for me? How you doing, dog? Asa. Hey, buddy. How you doing, dog? Why is his hair no longer white? Because he's York right now. What, in Minecraft? What were you doing in Minecraft? I like to build brown bricks in Minecraft. How you been, man? Living? Still breathing?
That's right. There are 4 imprints in the frost on the top of this. It's hard to believe, but I think these are fingerprints. Yes, Zach, that would lead one to believe that the body napper is a giant who's over 10 feet tall.
Nothing we haven't seen before. Modded block games? I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Trying some newer mod packs and seeing what's been happening before. Never really played Minecraft.
These pallets are a mess.
Never really found a need.
Looks like this area isn't used often. Still,
Never
the
really gotten
idea to
deep
store
into
a
it.
body here. It's a novel, sophisticated idea, unlike anything I'd ever come up with.
I don't know. Not for me.
Look at the thermometer, Zach. It's at 10 degrees Fahrenheit, or minus 12.2 degrees Celsius.
Is it? Because it looks like it's at nowhere to me.
This must not be the ambiguous 0. This frost is shaped like something we're very used to seeing. That's right, a body bag. Lisa's body must have been left here. But there are no signs that the bag was dragged away, so our criminal must possess monstrous strength.
Well, apparently he's 10 feet tall. So, modded is a good time. I think you have
Seems
all
like
those
our
Lego
flying
blocks and the weird stuff
serpent
you can make.
isn't here.
I don't know. Just not for me.
Is this
But I'm glad you're having
everything,
fun
Nova?
with it.
There aren't any other rooms in this warehouse? No special rooms?
Well, there is the luxury foods warehouse.
Luxury foods? Why did...
Whoops.
Just thought you wanted to see where the body... I just thought you were only interested in warehouse number 2. Besides, it's underground, so it's even colder than this.
Well, that's where we gotta go.
You sure you really want to go down there?
Needed a
You
small,
darn well freeze to death.
needed a small break from Dark Souls 3 and Destiny 2. I'm gonna be doing Dark Souls 1 soon. Completely vanilla, 0 mods. Dark Souls 1.
All life will come
It's gonna
to
be a
an end
lore playthrough.
in the ice.
So I'm gonna give you all the lore that I know.
You feel me?
Let's head there at once. I'm sure that must be where we're meant to go.
Of course, I'm gonna get things wrong. I mean, it's impossible. I'm one man. I'm gonna get things wrong. It's bound to happen. But hey,
But what about searching for Lisa's body?
All we need to do is find a 10-foot tall man with monstrous strength. That giant knows where she is.
10 foot tall?
But finding the flying serpent is more important right now.
to make up lore and 90% of people. Well, the problem with Dark Souls lore is like a good like 40% of Dark Souls lore is all like theories and like stuff that's like based off of things but not 100%. So it's hard to like go through and give like everything, but I'm gonna give what I know and how I portray things. And if you want to go watch like Vadi or like Epic Name Bro or you know one of the hundreds of other people who have done lore videos, then you can. But
Now,
I'm gonna give it
please,
how I know
Guide
it.
me to the luxury foods warehouse at once. These luxury foods are most likely being used in local Cajun cuisine. I'm so excited to see what we'll find. Aren't you, Zach?
I mean, it could be something supernatural, like we witnessed George like fucking mesh into whatever the fuck that was. So like it could be something supernatural, but I guess that's in the future, so we don't know that yet. So how do I get? There's a. I'm sorry. There's a elevator over there.
A 10-foot tall giant? All right. Now that one's gotta be a joke. Right, Mr. York?
Oh. Oh. No, in fact, it isn't. And I know that the game's gonna like reveal it at some point. It's gonna be like, that's him, and then it's not gonna be him. It's gonna be someone else.
That elevator needs a key, Mr. York.
Do you have one?
Actually, no. I didn't think you'd ever want to go down there. So I didn't bother to go and get one.
Well, then would you go and get one now?
Yeah. CLG, I know. I'll tell it to him straight. Thing is, Mr. York, you know the Clarksons? The folks who own this place?
Yeah.
Well, they don't too much like the police. And they sure as hell don't like them when they're my color.
Oh.
It was, real hard for me to get permission to open up this place for you to search through. So they ain't gonna be too happy if I go back to them now, asking for another key.
What should we do then?
Let's just find a worker here who can lower the elevator for us instead. All they need to do is take a break from their work for a couple minutes.
And what am I supposed to do? Just stand here and pretend like nothing's happening?
Yeah, you FBI folks are good at that, right? That's always what I see you doing on TV.
Oof. It is the South. I also want to dive back into Watch Dogs 2 and play that through that before Legion. I didn't like Watch Dogs 2. I tried really hard to like it. Even after I like already decided that I didn't like the game, I played it for like a few more hours. I really did not like that game. I can't do it. Watch Dogs 2 over Watch Dogs 1. You say that, but honestly, I preferred the gameplay of Watch Dogs 1 more. Definitely thought the story was bad, but I preferred the gameplay of Watch Dogs 1 more. Watch Dogs 2 felt like the classic Ubisoft quantity over quality for
Better
me.
check back here as well, just to be on the safe side.
Like, I'm still gonna try Legion, but I don't know if I'm gonna like it. Watch Dogs 1 was made of the bones of what would have been a new driver game, if I recall correctly. Yeah, I don't remember. That was too long ago. I don't know. I just did not like Watch Dogs 2 at all. I'm definitely gonna try Legion and see if I like it, but I don't know. I feel like I am gonna like Valhalla from what I've seen of it. At least as much as I liked Origin. I definitely wasn't in love with, but I think I'll definitely like it at least as much of that. Yeah. I want to do an all grandma run at some point. I want to see what kind of other like gags you can do in the game, because I feel like they're really pushing that fact hard. Like, hey, you can be a grandma, haha, funny joke, haha, grandma, get it, haha. You know, I feel like they're really pushing that one hard. I want to see what kind of other like gags you can do in the game, you know? So that's what I want to do. I want to explore what other kind of goofs and gags I can pull off. I touched that in ages. I think Valhalla will be the first one in ages. Origins was good. The story was good. The gameplay was eh. And then Odyssey, it's the exact opposite. The gameplay was good, but the story was eh. I never finished Odyssey. Well. What was the point of this? Okay, now I can go this way. What was the point of that? Oh, this still isn't the area from before. Oh, I thought it was. Cool. No, pull that back. Cool. So theoretically, that leads back now. All right, cool. This leads back this way. I'll pull it this way. go back here. Pick up whatever that is, a crawfish tail. Do I know what that's for yet? No. Maybe a cooking minigame later?
Zach, the human ability to adapt is a frightening thing. Some humans have the power to sleep anywhere as long as they set their minds to it.
They showed some more from Ubisoft Forward event with other types of people like yeah, I seen what is basically John Wick and someone who works for the Big Bad. I really liked the drunk. I really liked the Irish drunk who just like walked around punching people. I liked that. I don't know. I'll definitely see what kind of other things I can pull off when we play it.
No need to worry.
Whoops.
This facility no longer has a body to steal. What else do they have to lose? A few cans of crawfish? I feel bad for him, but it's for the sake of the investigation. I'll write him a letter of apology later.
But yeah, we're definitely gonna play it, but I don't know if we'll finish it. Same story for Valhalla. We'll definitely play it, but I don't know if we'll finish it. That one we probably will finish, because it does seem like I will like that game. From what I've seen. If I can finish Origins, then I can finish Valhalla, you know?
Did you find a key? Ha! Now that's my special agent. There ain't no stopping you. Wanna head straight down?
You bet. Let's sally forth, Melvin.
At some point, this game is going to take a transition and enter combat similar to the first game.
Zach, look at that thermometer.
I can feel it coming. I know it's going to happen. There's no way that it's not.
0 degrees Fahrenheit, or minus 17.7 degrees Celsius. This is the ambiguous zero.
Hey, Avery! Open the damn door, Avery! It ain't no use, Mr. York. Once Avery starts working on something, that's all he sees. He just tunes.
Oh shit, he's got his AirPods in. He's got his AirPods in. He can't hear us.
It comes out to us, I reckon. Or we could come back tomorrow.
I disagree, Melvin. Time may be on our side, but that doesn't mean we should waste it. You gave me Mr. Alligator precisely for moments like these, didn't you?
Wait, Mr. York! Those tranquilizers may be non-lethal, but it's still dangerous to use them on humans.
Of course, Melvin. I never said I was going to shoot him.
You're gonna shoot some meat to get his attention. I'm right, ain't I?
Yeah. Shoot down the meat. Okay, I got it. Stop stealing my jokes. I had to. Oh, in cutscene. Full ego tranquilizers. Don't think about it. Nah, it has logic if you think about it, all right? If you take a skillet, right, and you hit a person on the back of the head as hard as you possibly can, it's basically an anesthesiac. Think about it.
This is Mr. York, an agent from the FBI.
Hi, Avery. I'm Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please, call me York.
York, you a smarty pants, huh?
Avery Smith. Tall strong man equals dumb man.
He's shy than
That's
he
how
looks.
it works. There's logic.
Come on, just settle down, Avery. Tell him what this here place is for.
Lots of expensive food here. Yup. Mighty precious to the Clarksons, so I gotta guard it.
I see. So you're this area's keeper.
Oh, I help with the research too. I do like research.
Research? What are you talking about, Avery? This doesn't look like a lab to me.
Oh, ain't no lab. It's a warehouse. Ain't no lab. Smarty pant scientist does the research. I ain't no smarty pants, no.
He's a bit slow in the mind, but he ain't a bad guy. Oh. Your story about the giant who carried Lisa out. Don't tell me you think it's him. I mean, it's true that he's free to come and go as he pleases in this warehouse, but...
No, as far as I can tell, he's just a bit over 6'5". The one who moved Lisa's body must be at least 10 feet tall. He's clearly too short.
Too short, huh? Well, if you ever happen to find a man who makes him look small, I'd sure like to meet him.
Lise.
Hey, cut it out!
Lise. Why?
Avery, that's not Lise.
Not Lise?
PTSD.
This is Melvin's daughter, and my precious assistant. Unfortunately, Elise is no longer with us.
Lise. Lise. My fault. My fault.
This is how I mourn too.
I guess he's sort of like Lise, you know? See, the poor fella's got himself a childlike mind. You know how normal kids tease other kids in order to get attention? Well, with this big lug, sometimes folks who don't know him too well see something and end up calling the police. But I know that deep down, he's got a good heart. Hey, Mr. York, I'll keep him busy, but I'd appreciate it if you'd hurry this particular inspection along. Just holler at me if you find anything. I reckon that'll make it easier for you to go do your thing, yeah?
Okay.
Melvin, I think you're finally starting to catch on.
Find the flying serpent? I mean, there's some hanging alligators. Kind of a serpent.
Hung alligators. I suppose in a way they sort of look like flying serpents.
I mean, like in a way, yeah.
That's pushing it.
Okay.
Remember, we're in a dark basement here. They'll never reach the sky.
Yeah, I guess we're looking more for like a snake. What's this?
And Dewey. Now here's some real Cajun cuisine. The way these sausages are linked up, they almost look like a serpent, but it's hard to imagine them flying. Let's move on, Zach. There are torn off claws and legs scattered all over the ground. I doubt they'll fly anytime soon. I can't tell which ones are from crawfish and which parts are from shrimp. How about you, Zach? Hands of Holy Trinity paste. Onions, bell peppers, and celery. The absolute basics for any Cajun dish. This product combines them all into some sort of paste. People actually buy this garbage? Even the name sounds idiotic. Zach, I just made an eternal promise with myself.
What's up, dog?
If I ever happen to come across any food prepared with this paste, I vow to never call it Cajun food.
Yeah, it's fair. Catfish tail. I need to watch Ratatouille again. That's a good-ass movie.
Frozen oysters. Personally, I'd rather have a cocktail filled with fresh ones. We hunt for more materials than we can eat and freeze them over long periods of time. The human race gives terror a whole new meaning.
Yeah, I've played Don't Starve before. What's this?
Avery, this box looks special.
Clocks and food. for their home.
Oh.
Melvin, is this the Clarksons' family crest?
Oh, the dragonfly? Yeah, that's the Clarksons' mark, all right.
Gonna start
Ain't
together.
no big deal, though. You can find those all over town.
I've only ever played
Is
together.
that so?
Well, yeah,
I played together when they first when it first came out.
they pretty much run all of this town's major industries. Yeah,
It's all right.
I do believe they own just about everything there is.
Perhaps
to own.
not for me.
So they got the
Whoops.
whole darn town tattooed with their dragonflies. Can't even walk a few steps without seeing one.
Zach, this dragonfly is our flying serpent. The flying serpent owns this town. They're related to Lise Clarkson, our victim. And Hungan's oracle pointed us toward their family crest. The Clarksons must be deeply intertwined with this case. Melvin, Patricia, I think I've had enough of this frozen world. Let's head back out to
Wait,
that
but-
merciless sun.
No! Wait, no!
Well, what are you waiting for? I can't bear to spend another second down here.
There's an entire other no! Ratatouille est classique. Ratatouille is a classique, you know. I've never eaten ratatouille. Did I tell the story about how like years after, like literally just this year, I realized that the dish at the end of Ratatouille is named Ratatouille? Like years later, I found out that like, hey, that dish called Ratatouille, the name of the movie, isn't just because it's a rat, and also French, because there's a dish called Ratatouille. Hey,
Whew.
Tari, how you doing?
So, what do we do now, Mr. York?
Good night, Asimo. Have a good sleepy. Thank you for the raid. I love you. Mwah!
Zach and I will take things from here.
Then what should I do?
Tend to your sick wife? I don't know. You're free to do as you please. I'll stop by the sheriff's office when I need your help again.
I suppose that's what I'll do then. It'll sure make Candy happy. But I am the sheriff of this town, so I do intend to get some work done. I know. How about I search for Lisa's body while you're busy?
Not a bad idea. Just be careful that you don't get attacked by a barefooted giant.
Hey, don't scare me like that.
Why does everybody want to stroke my face?
Why do you keep talking about that giant anyway? You really think some giant was responsible for all this?
Melvin, don't be silly. Of course I do. Just when I thought you were starting to catch on.
But how can you be so sure? I want to see some proof.
Proof number 1. The footprints that led up to where Lisa's body originally was were made with bare feet. None of the prints looked similar to those of common insulated boots, and the arches of the feet were visible. The person who carried out Lisa's body must have had very large feet. I'd say they were at least 16 inches. Proof number 2. I found fingerprints on the cord of one of the hanging lights in the warehouse. The fingerprints weren't aimed up from below. They were coming directly from the side. Clearly, the giant moved the light because it was in his way. He pinched the cord with his fingers. Proof number 3. There was nothing else found in the vicinity where Lisa's body was stored. This means the giant carried her out without dragging her across the floor. But there's only one set of footprints. The only conclusion I can draw from this evidence is that a barefooted giant, standing over 10 feet tall, carried Lisa's body out. That concludes the entirety of my proof. Any objections, Melvin?
But there ain't no way a human could ever be that tall.
Have you seen every human alive with your own eyes? Well then, you need to forget all your preconceived notions when embarking on an investigation. Whether you come face to face with a 10-foot giant or a skeletal gentleman, you always need to accept everything that comes to you with a clear mind.
That is so fucking
that.
weird.
And eventually, the truth will reveal itself to you. You're a smart kid. I'm sure you understand.
Well, I'll be damned. I'm sorry I ever doubted you. Mr. FBI Special Agent, sir?
I was very young, Ari, when that movie came. Alexa, when did the movie Ratatouille come out?
Film Ratatouille was released about 13 years ago on June 29th, 2007.
I would have been 8. So probably the last time that I watched it would be ballpark 12.
A sharp eye and flawless observational skills. Uncovering the truth with a heady intuition.
Eddie?
I won't ever question you again. Heck, I'll do whatever you say.
That's it, Melvin. I'm glad you finally caught on. Okay, time to go, Patty. You know this town well, so I'd like you to accompany me from now on.
Patty?
Zach, we found the flying serpent.
Yeah.
Now we simply need to locate the 10 maidens. It's time to head on
There's
to
no that
Alexis's Diner and Lane.
Okay. Raid? How you doing, Shades? Thank you for the host. Asimo rated us, like, just recently. Congrats. We were both around the same size. But thank you. So there's that. We can go back to the sheriff's department. What do I want to do? Maybe we should go back to the sheriff's department and see. This frame rate hurts my brain. Just don't pay attention to it. It'll be fine. We can go to the park. I mean, I guess we have a lot of ways in between. Let's go to the sheriff's department. Ooh, that interests me. Go to the sheriff. I still want to know what to do. Hang on, can I like shoot these balloons? The answer is no. Huh. Yeah, I don't know what to do with those yet. There you go. Let's try and do that. Get to fast travel? Well, I haven't been a lot of places yet. But it doesn't look like it. I wish there was just cars. Let's go back to the sheriff's department first, and then we'll make our way to the diner. These devs aren't necessarily known for,
The streets in New Orleans were a mess. All busted up and undergoing maintenance. The city was built on a swamp, so the ground was soft. All it takes is some heavy rain to cave it all in. There were also a lot of places where large tree roots were pushing up parts of the asphalt and the sidewalk. Those bumps were dangerous even when we still had our car, remember? But this town is different. The streets are all paved so cleanly that we can skate along them without a care in the world. And there's hardly any trash or graffiti to be found anywhere.
Sorry to interrupt you. These sound effects are too loud. These sound effects are much too loud. Turn this shit down. Like, even more than it already is. It'll be fine. Link aboard? Nah, I'm good.
Did you notice it yet? The streets in New Orleans were a mess. All busted up and undergoing maintenance. The city was built on a swamp, so the ground is soft. All it takes is some heavy rain to cave it all in. There were also a lot of places where large tree roots were pushing up parts of the asphalt and the sidewalk. Those bumps were dangerous even when we still had our car, remember? But this town is different. The streets are all paved so cleanly that we can skate along them without a care in the world. And there's hardly any trash or graffiti to be found anywhere. The Clarksons truly do control this place, for better or worse. It's a good example
Probably
of
for
how
worse.
allowing certain people to rise to power can have positive effects as well. Also, don't you find that Southern people are remarkably friendly, even to total strangers? Both here and in New Orleans, I've been amazed at how cordial everyone is. Is it just the way things are down here? You certainly don't see that sort of thing in New York or D.C. They never stop to chit-chat, especially when ordering food. They only say what's necessary, without any decoration. A customer only makes eye contact with the waiter about once every 3 times they interact. But that's just how it is. Isn't that right, Zach? The human relationships here are as fluid as an inorganic mechanism running on the smoothest, purest oil there is. And it feels strangely comfortable. After spending time in New Orleans and coming here, I think I'm starting to like the Southern disposition. They even have their own breed of bizarre crimes. And besides, the New Orleans area is famous for its paranormal culture. I'm sure it'll entertain us somehow. It's still a bit of a ways off, but perhaps we can also do a little case study for our post-retirement plan. What, you still think it's too early for that? I wouldn't say so. It's never too early to be prepared. Come on, I know you're with me on this one, Zach.
Clearly that one didn't work out. Hi, Patty. You have anything to say
So
now?
you clearly love TV shows, but
Well, we already had this
what about
conversation.
Movies? We don't even have them.
Bye! Nope. That conversation already happened. Yeah, there's no denying that if this was on anything but the Switch, it'd be running better. But, you know, what can you do? These devs, like I said, these devs aren't necessarily known for being good at optimization. Like, Deadly Premonition 1 is notoriously known to be hard to use, so. I can hear it buzzing through the walls, that tiny yellow demon. Quick, chase it off before it's too late. A wild dog terrorizes our streets just the other day. It almost ate our poor baby. Please get rid of it. Pass. It seems like this thing cannot be killed by conventional weapons. Don't worry, you'll figure it out. What? I don't know what it is. I don't regret what I'm doing because I'm doing it for us. No, I shouldn't be telling you this. Just forget what I wrote. Cora, you're in this game! This bar's got a unique type of beer you can't get anywhere else. Try it, then let us know what you think, okay? I'll do this one. I'll do this one. And I'll do this one. But I'm never taking that dog quest ever. Hi.
Hey there, Mr. York. Looking sharp as usual. What'll it be?
Talk. Melvin, is there any data about this town that I should know? Data? I can't do his voice. Yeah, info on that sheriff, like you would want to relay it to me. Problem is, I reckon you already know everything there is to know. You're really putting me on the spot here. There's gotta be at least one thing. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got the perfect thing. Well, then out with it. Yellow Devil stormed the town. Your worst fear. Buzzing to life. The killer bees. There's nothing to hide. Or nowhere to hide. Anyway, town been suffering from killer bee attacks lately. Murder hornets? I tried taking some of the town, but that was like 3 months ago, dude. Taking some of the town budget and putting a bounty on the targets. I reckon everyone's too scared trying to exterminate them. Now I ask you, feel like getting rich? You can complete the mission, I'll give you the bounty. How's that for data? In fact, that reminds me, credit cards don't work in this town. It might be a good idea for to secure some extra cash. In addition, bees have always held a high spot in the list of creatures that kill the greatest number of human beings. Right in between jellyfish and water buffalo. You know what that means. This is a job for the FBI. Melvin, I'll do it. Zach and I will officially take on this request of yours. Well, I'll be. You'll really help us out here. I promise to do my best to make you a rich man, Mr. FBI Special Agent. Okay. Well, now I gotta kill bees too. Alright, we got our mission. Gonna save the game because, as I just stated, these devs are not known to be good at optimization. Therefore, I will save the game as much as I possibly can in order to avoid the optimization. FBI now stands for Federal Bee Investigation. More like fuck bees inside. But only inside. If you do it outside, then it's public, and that's not okay. It has to be indoors. Because you know what they say. It's hip to fuck bees. You'll never catch me alive. Don't gotta. Alright. Where's the diner? Diner should be to the right. I think that's that marker right there.
Hey, Zach. Oh,
Yeah?
nothing. Just felt like saying that.
Okay. What's that? Oh, it's just vending machines. Okay.
This town sure is peaceful, Zach. Yes, I know. I know what you're about to say.
Yeah, I'm gonna
But
go
that's
to
why we're here,
this instead.
to protect this peace. Isn't that right, Zach?
What's this? What is this? Start a fire inside a drum to keep animals and red shadows away. Red shadows? Getting a safe zone. Camping outside may cause you to catch cold to get chills. Not while you're in a safe zone. Remember, safety first. Okay. Well, that exists. Whoops. Okay, 4 looks great. How you doing, Gwen? Does this girl escape because she disappears every time we audit? Yeah, she turns into the
This is the
skateboard.
deep south. I feel it every time that
Mighty
molten
Morphin
hot
Power
sun
Rangers.
pours down on me. Don't you, Zach? One lollipop,
Moving car, come on, game. They're
2
none.
lollipops, 3 lollipops. Don't mind me, Zach. This is how I wake myself up.
What? What is that? Is that a phone? Oh. Now we're good. We like just saved. Okay. He was a skater boy.
Looks like
she
a
said,
case of
"See
bad
you later,
timing, Zach.
York."
Let's come back later.
Oh. Oh, whoops. No, 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 no,
Looks like it. Let's come back.
no. Okay. I guess I have to do a little bit of main quest before I can do this. Makes sense. That's how it was in the first game, too. Yeah, that's right. I stole from his trash. But you can very obviously see what this is about to be. Yeah, it's the same way it was in the last game. They'll reveal all that kind of stuff and open up the world. But they want us to do main quest first and get the mission started.
1 lollipop, 2 lollipops, 3 lollipops. Don't mind me, Zach. This is how I wake myself up.
God, this is such a weird choice. Of course.
Patty, what's that?
That tree? Or the water tower?
That thing.
Hang on,
Hey,
Patty.
Patty.
I'm
Why did you-
murdering the shit out of squirrels. Hang on, Patty. I gotta kill some more squirrels. What the fuck? I don't know, man. Just running with it.
Pork.
Stop, I gotta murder the squirrels. This fucking game. Oh,
Hey, Zach,
I
looks
gotta
like we
do
were
it.
right on the money.
I had to
Tracing
do
the
it to
Sang
him.
Rouge distribution route led us right to Louisiana. You know what that means. We've got a hot hand. And Lady Luck's given us far more favor than she ever has before. We just happened to hear news about Lisa's murder while sitting in a bar during our vacation in New Orleans. That certainly wouldn't have happened if we had stayed in D.C. They would have given the case to another special agent, or maybe even to the state.
Oh, I was interrupted. Just inside a trash can? I didn't get a good look at that.
Is something wrong?
I got something to say. When I first met you in the hotel parking lot, you mentioned Saint Rouge, right?
Yeah.
If you want to find it, maybe you should track down Professor R.
DJ Professor R?
Professor R.
Yeah, Professor R owns the jazz bar on the other side of the bayou.
How do you know that?
Because.
Because, huh?
Whoops. I'm excited, guys. We get to meet DJ Professor R, DJ Professor K's cousin. Can't wait. But first, we have to meet the 10 maidens, quote, quote. You know, SSDs. Okay. You know, we're only like 4 hours into this game, not even. And there's already more music in these 4 hours than there are in the entire 30 hours that was Deadly Premonition. What is this? Special sale for sunburned customers only? Okay. That's weird. And it's consistent music. Nah, I wouldn't go that far. Been pretty inconsistent.
Ten maidens, Zach. Let's topple their hourglass figures and complete this oracle once and for all.
Oh, my Lord. I don't believe I've seen you around here before.
All right.
Sorry, honey, but you can't smoke in here. Since you're with Patricia, I'm guessing you're some friend of Melvin's.
He's Agent York from the FBI. This is Alexis, the owner of this restaurant. I'm helping out Agent York in his investigation. We signed a contract.
Oh, my Lord. Well, ain't that something?
Alexis Juara. Oh,
I'm
calm
FBI
down.
Special
Okay.
Agent Francis York
Oh,
Morgan.
this is gonna be a problem.
Please, call me York. Everyone's always called me that.
Oh, my Lord.
Alexa, real quick.
Well, that's got to be the strangest introduction I've ever heard. No wonder everyone in town's been talking about you.
Pat.
I want a chocolate sundae, but no cherries. I want 2 wafers instead. Don't put too many Rice Krispies on it. Oh, but don't scrimp on the chocolate syrup either.
Oh, my Lord. And what'll it be for you, honey?
Coffee.
Alexis, are these photos of the town?
Oh, you like my pictures? My hobby's collecting snapshots of what our town used to be like. So whenever someone gives me an old picture, I just put it up here on display. Our world these days feels a bit cold to me, you know? Just thought it'd be nice to help folks remember what it was like in the good old days.
Zach, did you hear that? The good old days. Even in a remote town that's already far behind the times, there are still people who yearn for the past.
She told me what was going on, you know.
What?
Lise, you don't need to try and hide it from me, honey. Last time she came here, she told me all about it. Some odd fella was following her around, stalking her like.
What kind of fellow?
She said he had a really tall shadow,
Oh.
How tall?
as tall as an oak tree.
Oh.
Did that ring any bells for you?
Sadly, it didn't. I know just about everyone in this here town, but I ain't never seen a man who stands that tall.
Even all these unnamed people.
Maybe it really was an oak tree.
Who
and she
don't
just
have
mistook it for
voices.
someone. Sometimes the silhouettes of them trees with lots of Spanish moss hanging down make me feel a little funny too.
I don't think so, Alexis. Lise said the shadow was following her, correct?
What are you doing?
That means she must have been stalked by a man as tall as an oak tree. If she had only mistaken an oak tree for a person, she wouldn't have described it that way. She might have said,
It felt like a crowd of people was staring at me.
yes, exactly. She certainly wouldn't have talked about being followed by someone. Thank you, Patty. Zach, this data is all very intriguing, but it isn't the answer we're looking for. We came to knock down the 10 maidens, remember?
Oh, yeah! Booyah! I got a turkey!
Truly mesmerizing, Zach. This is why I never tire of small-town investigations.
How you doing? I'm
Same
doing
goes for
alright.
you, right?
2020. Best I can be. God, I love this music.
Agent York, if you're fixing to bowl, you're gonna be disappointed. Mrs. Carpenter never lets anyone else use the lane while she's here.
Patty, that's exactly what I came to do. You see, Zach and I need to bowl down 10 maidens.
Fine, go on and try if you wanna, but I'm gonna eat my sundae.
Alright, have fun. Have fun with your
Hey!
480p Sunday.
What's the most addictive drug in the world?
How should I know?
It's sugar, Patty. Far more people die from obesity and diabetes than from cocaine and heroin. Alexis, would you give her some milk?
Oh, my Lord. Coming right up, honey.
Sugar might be dangerous, but it ain't against the law. You got no right to take that from me, even if you are some FBI agent.
Excuse me?
Actually, Patty, I do.
I might need to
Signed a
lose
contract,
$100
remember?
again.
I promise to protect you from all the evil in our world.
Hey!
Why does York have... This is a
Delicious.
prequel. This
What an
happens
amazing
before.
chocolate sundae. Zach, I think we just uncovered an incredible treasure here.
This happens before.
I feel like I could eat one of
Deadly
these
Premonition
every
1.
day while we're in this town.
York's younger. Look at his hair. So lively. Also, that was a good face for a screenshot. Yeah, this is before Greenvale. I would like to play myself a game, Miss Carpenter. That's a weird thing, Mrs. Carpenter.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Oh, howdy, stranger. My, you're a handsome one. You came out here from the city, didn't you? I can always spot you city folk from a mile away.
Mrs. Carpenter. Mrs. Carpet.
I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Would you mind calling me York, ma'am?
Oh, so you are from the FBI. I thought as much. So sophisticated.
Pickles
Well, my
fries,
horoscope
what?
in the paper today told me I'd be meeting someone new. And those horoscopes never miss. They're the real deal. Well, one even predicted when I'd bowl my first perfect game. Oh, no. Oh, could you stand a bit closer to me? Whew, that was a close one. If you move any further that way, you'll cast a shadow over the lane. Well, the sheriff did that once, and something horrible happened. The next time I bowled, I got a gutter ball.
Bum, bum,
In
bum.
12 years, I was mortified. And I am going to make sure nothing
pickles
like
fries. Are you
that
calling your eyes
ever
pickles?
happens again. In our world, some routines lead to good things, while others only lead to the bad. So, you mustn't ever cast a shadow over the lane. Is that understood?
It's her routine, Zach. Understand? Just like us and coffee. Incidentally, ma'am, would you mind letting me use this lane too? I'm investigating the Lise Clarkson murder case, and I need to topple 10 maidens, no matter what it takes.
No, absolutely not. Not even the FBI can take my lane from me.
Fuck
I
you.
haven't given it up once ever since my husband passed away over a decade ago.
Oh, there's a
I'll
first time for
never
everything.
break my
Fuck
promise
you.
to him.
I gotta drop kick an old lady too?
Now, if you'll excuse me. Ooh, you like that? That's what I'm talking about. Who's your mama?
Grandmama, maybe.
Zach, it looks like negotiations have failed. Now I'm afraid we have no choice but to force her to let us use her bowling lane. Yes, I know. I won't do anything illegal.
Let me use the lane. Maybe I can get Alexa. Stop. I'm gonna get Alexis over here to do it.
What'll it be, honey?
Or I'll just buy something.
Is this place a bowling alley or a restaurant?
Oh, my Lord, what's wrong, honey? Can't tell the difference? It says restaurant right there on the outside.
And how do you explain that then?
That's so the customers can bowl while they eat. Convenient, ain't it? If you want to bowl, honey, you'll have to ask Mrs. Carpenter to open up the lane for you. But if you just want to eat, then all you need to do is call my name. Got it? Oh.
Okay, what you got? I have myself a Orleans treat, red beans and I'll have myself some shrimp and grits. Give me the grits. What is this? Oh yeah, that says you gotta be suntan. If you're
So,
sunburned, you get
what
a
do you
sale.
think of my Cajun food, honey?
No complaints here. No wonder you call this restaurant the best Louisiana's got to offer.
Oh, my Lord. Ain't that nice of you? I'm sure glad to hear you like Cajun flavor.
I don't think I've ever even had anything Cajun in my life.
It's nothing like that Creole food. And I'll be damned if it isn't the best eating you'll find this side of the Mississippi.
Hold on just
Mississippi.
one moment, Alexis. I always thought that both Creole and Cajun food were staples of the South. Am I misunderstanding something?
Not at all, honey. Cajun and Creole food are both staples of the South. They both have roots in French cooking, of course. But Creole cooking just ain't my cup of tea. Sauces of France combined with cooking methods brought in from Africa, mixed in with Spanish influences and Italian-style tomato sauce. Huh, when you smush all that together, you can't even tell what it is no more. Cajun food is pure and solid. The Acadians who settled in Canada brought it here from France in the 1600s. Then the British chased them off their land and they ran all the way down here. They walked straight across America, north to south. Finally, they found a safe haven right here in southwest Louisiana. Woo, we got everything you'd ever want here. Fresh fish, wildlife, even veggies and fruit. They used their knowledge of French cooking and added some spice and herbs. Whew, and then they threw in fresh local ingredients to create what we know as Cajun cuisine.
Interesting.
The voice acting is a lot
Now
better
I
this time
understand
around.
what you mean about the Cajun and Creole food being completely different, but I still insist that both are shining examples of delicious local food. Roots and history aren't that
I have to keep
important, are
meeting
they?
her.
Oh, my Lord. You don't get it, do you, honey?
Hungry.
Lately, there are shops all over the place calling themselves Cajun, Creole, or whatnot, but all they serve is a hot mess of different ingredients loaded with spices. And the tourists
That's
ain't none the wiser.
like all food.
I just hate feeling like folks are getting the wrong impression about Cajun food.
I get it now. According to your interpretation, Creole food is contributing to that wrong impression.
You bet it is. That's why
Hey, Games and
I
Pizza, how you
always
doing,
make
dude?
sure to teach all my customers what's what.
Cool. Can I change the song? No. Why would I want to, honestly? This song good. How you doing, Games and Pizza? I'd appreciate if you would let me use the lane, please.
Excuse me, Mrs. Carpenter?
Stop! Not now! Can't you see I'm already in my bowling stance? What, are you blind?
Get the fuck out of the lane!
Holy mother of bowling balls, let me pick up this split. Holy mother of bowling balls.
Are you just playing against yourself? Like, okay. You're worse than Sigourney.
That stance, always works on a split. Oh, yeah, never fails.
Zach, our new friend, appears to be a very superstitious lady. We should try and utilize this trait of hers in order to gain access to the lane for a bit. That was an amazing shot, Mrs. Carpenter. In fact, it may have been the most amazing shot I've ever seen. Speaking of which, where did you happen to find all those neat little items? The ones you used to help you bowl that split just now?
Ooh, you got a keen eye there, Mr. Special Agent.
Not really. They're sitting right there very widely in the open. Pretty hard to whatever.
Taking a liking to my collection, have you?
Oh, yes. A great liking.
I buy all my charms and power stones from Erzuli Frida.
Erzuli Frida.
Yes, it's a mystical establishment run by the Mirror.
The mirror.
If you're interested, I can mark it on your map for.
Whoops. For you. For you!
Zach, this is it. Erzuli Frida. There must be a treasure trove of dubious trinkets on sale there. We may even be able to find something capable of changing her mind. It really feels like we're in the deep south now, doesn't it?
God, I hope it has a suit. Also, just want to point out, we are in the deep south, and what I assume is the middle of summer. I assume. And there is a man sitting here in a winter sweater. And then right next to him is his exact twin, also wearing a winter sweater. Oh, we're leaving, by the way, Patty. Okay, you got the message. New York is in a black suit. Yeah, well, you know, it's his uniform. But yeah. Listen, alright. I hope that this fucking Izuli people, I hope that they have suits. I will change out my suit. I am willing. I hope that they have it. All being willing to suffer. Good night, doggo. Have a good sleep. Yeah, I love you. Mwah, have a good lurky. Little loiky. Little loiky. A loiky, loiky. One day loading screens won't exist in
I
life.
thought you came here to bowl.
Yes, I did.
Then why are you leaving? You gave up on trying to convince Mrs. Carpenter to let you play?
No, Patty, neither Zach nor I have given up on anything. We're just going to stop by Erzuli Frida.
Erzuli Frida? What do you want with that place?
What do you know about it, Patty?
It's a dumb store that sells stupid voodoo charms and even stupider souvenirs. No one who actually lives here would ever be caught dead there. Daddy even told me to steer clear of it.
And why is that?
'Cause they sell guns?
You mean Erzuli Frida is a gun shop?
It's kinda like a gun shop and a voodoo shop had a baby.
A voodoo shop? Thank you, Patty. You just helped me make up my mind.
Gun-do
We're
shop.
going to use the power of voodoo to help us steal the right to use that lane.
Goes there, buys a shotgun. All right, I have the power to steal that lane. Ah, shit. Amazing Grace. It's back here. Shortcut to the other side. Interesting. Interesting.
Hey, Zach.
Yeah?
No, nothing. Just felt like saying that.
Okay. Just feeling dead air, huh? Dead air.
Hey, Zach.
Yeah?
No, nothing. Just felt like saying that.
Fuck you. Hello? Erzuli Frida. Shotgun sound, that's
A
the power of
voodoo shop.
voodoo.
It's a voodoo shop.
Just looks like a dumb souvenir shop to me.
Of course it does, Patty. You're much too young to understand the true value of such a place.
A scam. Got you twice in a row, right? And I fell for it too. I'm gullible. Easy to fool me. Yo, calm down on those two keys, alright?
This is all kid stuff. It's just a bunch of charms.
Yes? And guns!
I'm allowed to watch TV and go on the internet, but I ain't allowed in here? My daddy makes no sense sometimes. You agree, right, Agent York? This is all just kid stuff.
There's guns!
Look at this, Zach. All the mysticism of the Deep South gathered up into one quaint little shop. This is 100 times more exciting than the FBI evidence vault. It's a vast treasure chest. So much to study, so much to learn.
Hello? Can you teach me about this thing? Cause like I seen one earlier. Yo, listen to that fucking oboe, dude.
Thou art a seeker, and I see the object of thy desire.
That sweater guy following me?
Doth this be what thou seekest?
No, but I'll take it anyways. The mirror.
I could sell it to thee now, and only now. Surely fortune shall not bless thee with another chance. Purchase this, and know that thy wishes shall be granted.
That's crazy. Even I can tell you're getting cheated, Agent York.
I disagree, Patty. This person can be trusted. I've been studying people for quite a while, so I can tell. That figurine is connected to our future.
My price is true. What say thee?
I'll take it. Buy the alligator figurine from the mirror. Okay. I'll buy other things too. Buy it? Yeah, I bought it.
I'll buy it.
Thou art a man of refined taste. I am loath to part with it, but 'twould be a fool's errand to keep it from such a keen-eyed soul.
I like the rose tattoo on his chest.
What's wrong with you?
A lot of things.
No normal person would ever buy a piece of junk like that. Not even at a garage sale.
See, that's where you make your mistake. You assume I am a normal person.
Marvelous, isn't it, Zach?
And also, on top of that, me, Insano, would totally buy a fucking alligator in a top hat suit. Like, come on. Or suit? I meant like figurine. Action figure, alright? I would totally buy that. I would buy that shit and I would present that in my home for all to see.
What a treasure. I can't...
Use it? Where?
Oh, whoops.
Isn't it obvious, Patty?
Yeah, the very first thing I did in the game when I had the ability to control the character is punch Patty, and I lost $100.
I'm going to put it in front of Mrs. Carpenter's house.
In front of her house?
Yes. I'm sure this figurine will
Jack,
stop
yeah?
her right
Oh,
in her
nothing.
tracks.
What the fuck?
And that'll give us a chance to finally topple the 10 maidens.
Are you serious?
Of course I am. And so is Zach. Aren't you?
I'm seriously wondering if I should quit helping you out with this.
Place the alligator figurine in front of Mrs. Carpenter's house while she's home. Okay. Do I have to wait till night? Talk to Mira as Freda and create any voodoo charm. Okay.
Me,
Charms.
verily, much shall serve thee well here.
Charms can help you out in various ways. Necklaces boost a bullet's elemental effects. Dolls boost physical abilities, boost skateboard abilities, and boost your minigame. You can enhance your charms at Azuri Frida. Pick any charm you want the most and then enhance it with your own personal voodoo loadout. Cool. You can also expand your altar so that you can put more charms at once. Creating, enhancing, and expanding will cost you some material and money. Oh. Cool. Create. Oh, there's a lot. Oh,
Wow.
oh, this is a lot. Range, power, firing speed. I don't really need anything gun related yet. Concentration, life, poison. Interesting. I can't build any of them yet anyways.
I can see it. Thou hath discovered the very purpose of my emporium, that is.
Can I buy a gun? I cannot enter the gun shop yet. Well, I'll be back.
Whoa.
That was close.
Well, look at you, all standing there like you're expecting me to apologize. Huh, it's your fault for not paying attention.
Yelena Clarkson.
What?
Got a moment?
Can't say I do. I'm in a hurry here.
I won't take up too much of your time. I'd just like to ask you a few questions.
I said I'm in a hurry, Peckerwood. Now get out of my way.
She's angry!
Patty, who is that?
Kalina Clarkson. PJ Clarkson's second daughter, and Lisa's mother.
Zach, we've found ourselves a Clarkson.
Oh no, she's not here. My dolly.
Dolly?
Not here. My dolly isn't here.
One of the key persons in this case just came out of the woodwork to meet us. Now things are really getting interesting. Isn't that right, Zach?
Yes. Hi. My dolly. My dolly was missing. My sweet little dolly. Okay, bye. On a second. Okay, I'm good. Badge her for obstruction of justice. You can't play that card this early. You know, you got to save the badge for like when you need it. You got to say, you know, you can't play that card this early. You know, you got to wait patiently because you can only play that card once. After that, it's like you're using it a little bit too much. So you got to wait a little bit. Help her get her dolly. Listen, we'll get there. We find her dolly, we'll bring it back to her. I have a feeling that the alligator doll that we just bought. York likes to whip out it for introductions, but like not for like, hey, I'm an FBI agent. You know?
Hey, Zach. No,
Yeah?
nothing. Just felt
What
like
the
saying
fuck? That's like the 4th time! Fuck you!
So, what do you think of him? Yes, I'm talking about him. Boondock. Is the skeletal gentleman friend or foe? Or does he merely exist outside the realms of either? Still too early to tell. But it's clear that he'll be the key to uncovering this case's mysteries. That's what my soul tells me.
What your soul tells you?
By the way, Zach, Boongon feels very familiar to me. You might even say he reminds me of someone. Yes, I think I see the connection now. A cheerful, wise, yet also mysterious African-American who appeared in a variety of different films. My mind must be overlapping him with the skeletal.
Just get off real quick, that way he stops talking about repeating himself. Talking about the dude from fucking, the one movie that I can't remember the name of.
3 lollipops. Don't mind me, Zach. This
Red
is how I wake
rum.
myself up.
What's the name of that movie?
Hey, Zach, it looks like we were right on the money. Tracing the San Rouge distribution route led us right to Louisiana. You know what
We talked about this too. How's the game? The frame rate, is that a dog I see? The frame rate in the game is pretty bad. But the game itself is good. So far I still think I prefer, hi doggo. So far what? What are we pointing at? What?
Bow wow.
What?
Pork?
What? We
Hey, let's chat.
Patty, you're getting more
Are you
and more
pointing at the
curious
trash
about all
can?
the
I'll-
depraved serial killers I've encountered so far, aren't you?
N-O. I'm getting tired of this joke.
I still think the first one's better. But
Bad timing, Zach. We need to place the figurine in front of her house when she's home. Let's come back later.
okay, I guess I have free time now. So what do we got? Get a strike. Yellow Devils, I haven't seen any. Create a voodoo charm. I can't do that until I have things. Who's me? I wonder if I can do this yet. Good night, Vitals. Have a good sleep. Yeah, I love you. Mwah! Thank you for stopping by. This game just came out Friday.
Looks like a case of... Let's come back later.
Came out Friday, and then on Wednesday, question mark, the Ooblets comes out a day before that. I think on Tuesday, there's another game that comes out that I forget the name of that looks good. Called like Trouble Under Steel Sky or something. And then...
So, what do you think of him? Yes, I'm talking about him.
And then on Friday, both Paper Mario the Origami King and
One lollipop?
Ghost of Tsushima come
Two
out at the
lollipops.
same time.
3 lollipops. Don't
And
mind
we'll
me,
be doing
Jack.
Ghost of
This is how
Tsushima
I
for the
wake
24-hour
myself up.
stream. And that's the plan. Well, since we can't do anything in town yet, for some reason, we'll just have to, have ourselves a smoke. We'll just have to have ourselves a smoke. Well, nope. There we go. Find a car. Well, stop. We'll do it. We'll do it. We'll do it when there's one, but there's no cars right now. We'll have ourselves a smoke. What time is it? 12:30? Jesus. Well, they need to go to 22. No. Yep. Ooblets, the tiny Ubis game. That means, but game's called Ooblets. So, 31. Wait, what? What did I say? What did I say? Did they just take money away from me? Wait, what? Did that just take money away from me? Did that just take money away from me? No way for me to see that. Ubis but tinies. It's like Pokemon meets Stardew. That one didn't. No, Ubi? I don't even know what that means. I'm gonna say no. Hotel fee, $150 cheap. Pretty sure it was 22. Nice swamp, so Patricia went home. Okay. 22:30. Oh. Well. Guess I'll head over here. Calm down. So great. Didn't do this yet?
Looks like a case of bad time.
The lights are literally on re! It's fine. Well. So, how about that weather, am I right, my fellow gamers? You know what? Here's what we'll do. I don't want to use another cigarette, okay? We're at 15. Here's what we'll do. It's time anyways. All right, let's take a pee break, and then we'll come back and we'll put an alligator on her doorstep. Okay? All right.